Hey guys, so today I wanted to give you guys another chit chat kind of video. I know my last one was like October with the Big E and stuff like that, so that was quite a while ago, so I figured I'd do another one. Please excuse my positioning here. And yes, that is Pink Sparkles on my computer in the background because I'm currently watching her, so shout out girl, love you. I kind of wanted to give you guys a better insight of what's been going on with me with my school and my academic probation, as I keep mentioning in quite a few of my videos. It's something that I don't really like to talk about, but since it's with you guys, and I know that probably some of you out there are going through it as well. Seriously, I don't know how y'all found me. I really don't. I really don't. So let's hang out. Let's, grab coffee or something. I'm always such a loner, and, it's not weird or anything. It's like, oh, I watch her on YouTube, but I don't talk to her. That's a little weird. But anyway, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little insight of what's been going on with me, if you care, because I know some of you care, some of you don't. But yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys about it anyway. First of all, I just want to kind of say as a disclaimer, I do not recommend being put on any probation or warning, especially if you're in college, because once you're in college, things are 10 times as harder, so enjoy it while it is right now. Believe me, it's things are a lot more strict. If you fail class, it's not like, oh, I failed it, whatever. No, it counts towards your GPA, counts toward your degree, counts towards your whole entire college career. So seriously, take my advice. Do not ever end up on one of those things at all, ever in your whole entire college career. I know if you're probably in middle school, it's far away from long time for you, but if you're in high school, just get that in your head. You don't want to be one of those people. You don't want to do that. I'm not saying it's necessarily like the worst thing in the world, but it's pretty bad, and I'm not proud to say that I'm on it, but I've kind of had a lot to go with school. So yeah, and by the way, I'm sorry if my camera angle is weird. I just got this tripod. I'm trying to figure out how it works, so I'm just kind of sitting here and yeah, so let's have a chit chat, shall we? Basically, I'm just going to give you guys the whole lowdown of what's happened to me with school and how I ended up at this point. So basically, last summer, so let's go all the way back to summer 2013, I just had classes like normal. I wasn't doing too well in them. This is how it is. There is classes that are 15 weeks long, which is an entire semester, and then there's classes that are, I think they're 6 weeks long, don't quote me, and they are a module, which means basically it's just like a 2-month class. It's not the whole entire semester, that kind of a thing. I imagine some colleges have that too, so I'm not completely crazy here, but I feel like every time I say that to my friends, they're like, what? That's so weird. Our classes last all semester. Just like, well, I'm not like you. So when it comes down to it, I had a class, my first module, so the first 2 months, and then a class that ran the entire semester, and then one that was just the last 2 months of that semester. The class that I did pretty bad in the end of the semester, kind of, the last 2 months contributed to it, and then the class that I had the entire semester I didn't do well in. Then during my 3.5 week / month long break, I got a letter in the mail saying that I was on academic warning, and I was really upset about it. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get my financial aid taken away, because basically if you do not get certain grades or certain GPA or whatever the case may be, then you will get your financial aid taken from you. So I was like, oh my god, freaking out about it, but it still wasn't that big of a deal to me. It didn't really hit me. It hit me that I have to do good in school. I have to get better grades and stuff like that. So that's just as much as it hit me. I wasn't really too bothered by it. I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna mosey on through this, and then I'll be off, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. The thing is with my anxiety, I told you guys I'm not a terrible student. I think I mentioned that before in my Common White Girl tag, which I'll put below if you want to watch that on my main channel. But when my anxiety, if I get really stressed out about things towards the end of a semester, I fall apart. And I'm just like, I'm not doing this. That's it. Whatever grade I get. I don't care. At the end, if things just become, if I just think of everything as one whole giant mess with all my classes and school in general, it's just a giant beach ball, basically, of worrying, it just ends really badly for me, and I end up failing and getting really bad grades. So that's how I ended up on warning in the first place. And sadly, the end of my fall semester, I ended up doing the same exact thing that I did not want to happen again. And I actually got a letter New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, let me tell you how pissed I was to get that letter, saying that I did not make the requirements for my satisfactory academic warning that I was on, and that I was basically got my financial aid taken away, and I would be kicked out of school momentarily unless I chose to pay out of pocket for my classes or went to a different school. So with that being said, I was really upset about it. I was really, you know, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do? I was really freaking out, but I had the option to appeal it, to write an appeal letter to the board, to the school board, whatever. So I did that, and I actually had David come with me to bring it to school and drop it off, and I had to wait a few more days until January 9th was the day that, which is a bad day in general for me. I'm not going to disclose why, but that was the day I would find out if I was going to be appealed or denied my appeal. So I was really, really nervous and really scared for the day. So that night I actually went to David's house. So what had happened was I couldn't take the waiting anymore. It was like we were driving back to Waterbury. I was just kind of sitting in the car, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to know right now. So I went on my phone to my school email, and I'm checking it, and I get the email that says, congratulations, your appeal was approved. So I was so happy. I started crying. I was like, oh my God, thank you, God, for giving me a second chance that I could really prove myself and do what I want to do and, you know, get my degree, get good grades. So thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. You know, I was just really, really thankful and happy and crying tears of happiness. I kid you not, crying tears of happiness because I was just so happy. Like, really, like, because that was one of the biggest things that I think has ever happened to me. One of the worst things as well that really weighed heavily on me and really took my anxiety to a whole nother level. And just and the fact of the matter was that I had to deal with that. I did everything myself. I wrote the letter. I went with David to drop it off. I was dealing with this all by myself because at the time my mom wasn't really around with it. So for me, it was a big deal, and I was really freaking out, and I was really like, oh my God, if I'm kicked out of school, I gotta pay everything back, I have to get a job, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm screwed for the rest of my life. So I was really happy and thankful for it, and I still am every single day that I'm still in school, and I'm doing my best to not be on this anymore. So after I got approved for my appeal, I automatically was on academic probation. So being on academic probation means a few things. It means that you are not allowed to register by yourself. There is a hold placed on, if you guys know what Sonus Web is, which is basically what my school uses to put grades in and to register for classes, and you get holds on your account preventing you from registering or whatever. You know, it could be accounting, could be financial aid, could be, you know, academic progress, whatever it is. So I have a hold on my account that I cannot register by myself. I have to be with my academic advisor, which thankfully she got that removed so I can register myself my 2 classes. I'm also not allowed to get an unearned grade, which is basically when I think a lot of you, if you guys are in college, kind of know, or maybe that's just my school. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know. But an unearned grade is if you are doing really bad in a class, or you're not showing up, or it's just it's basically you're gonna fail the class. Like, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna fail it. You can talk to the professor, and the professor can give you an unearned grade, which means that basically you can retake the class to earn the grade. So it's like the first time never counted, basically, is the way I put it. I did that before with my communications class, but I got an A in it, so that was easy. But I'm also not allowed to withdraw from any classes. I've never actually had to do that except this past semester. When I found out I was approved for my probation, because I'm only allowed to take 2 classes at a time. I was registered for 3, so I had to drop one of them. But that's not really withdrawing. Withdrawing is kind of like when you're in the class and then you just kind of decide, oh, this sucks, or I'm not taking this, and, you know, the teacher's horrible, and you decide to just withdraw yourself from it. I'm not allowed to do that, and I'm not allowed to fail any classes, so there's no pressure there or anything, you know, which is kind of expected. For my probation, what I'm required for grades-wise, if you guys are wondering, I need to get a 2.0 GPA. My GPA is currently, right now, because I actually had a meeting today for my probation, is a 1.89. I have to do that. I'm really happy with that. So I have to get my grades to a 2.0. The lowest grades I could get in both of the classes that I have are C's, which I am far way above that. So it's like, whatever. I'm not concerned at all. But I'm also required to take 4 academic workshops, which if you guys saw that I kind of mentioned in my anxiety video, I will put it below, of how I deal with anxiety. And they have really helped me, but I am required to take 4 of them as part of my probation, but I plan on taking more than 4. I was planning on taking more than 4 this entire semester, but things just kind of fell apart, and I got sick last week, and it was just a mess, let me tell you. The end of my semester is April 27th. Technically, it's when grades close, but for me, it's probably going to be earlier than that because I plan on getting done with everything by, like, the 24th, 25th latest. And, actually 2 days after that, April 29th is David's birthday. So it's kind of like a good, like, kind of thing. School ends, and David's birthday, and then break, and then Danielle's birthday, and woo, party. So I have about a month left of school to go. I'm very, very happy that I'm keeping my grades up to where they should be, and I plan to for the rest of the semester. I don't want to fall down. I don't want to, I don't want to have this happen again. And I'm hoping and praying to God that my grades are good enough for me to get me to a 2.0 or over a 2.0 grade, so that I can be off of academic probation. Because as it is right now, I have a probation plan for the summer. Apparently, I understand what she was talking about, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of like, wait a minute, what? So basically, if my grades, let's just say I got the 2 C's in both of those classes, if my grades are that, I will just be under a 2.0 GPA, so I would have to take an additional semester with probation again to get that up to a 2.0. So it's a 1 to 2 semester thing. Apparently, I thought it was just a 1 semester, but that's also good. I didn't know that. So if you're almost there, you're working on it, and you have 1 more to make it happen. So I do want to say though that after this probation, I plan to never ever have this happen to me again. I never want to be put in this situation. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to feel stressed. I don't want to feel anxiety, and I don't want, to be restricted of things. And to be honest, being on it, I don't like to think about it because it makes me feel sort of stupid, like an idiot, to be honest. My opinion, because it's like you're on probation because you can't get good grades. What's wrong with you? And I'll be real with you guys. I hear about my friends getting good grades in their classes. Danielle's always on the dean's list. And I never reached that. So if I could ever do that one day, I will. And I do plan on getting on Dean's List, hopefully this semester. I don't think I will, though, because I think you need to take more than 2 classes. I don't know. If I do get on Dean's List, I will let... Dean's List? No. If I do get on the Dean's List, I will let you guys know. But, sometimes I just feel a little upset about it. I'm just kind of like, I feel stupid. Like, why couldn't I have done better? I should not have been in this situation, but... it is what it is. Here I am, and I plan to get off of my probation. So stick with me, you guys, and that is kind of why my videos, a lot of them are pre-filmed, because I have time to edit them. Filming-wise, it's a little hard for me. So if you guys see some of my videos, I'm wearing the same outfit a couple weeks in a row, please excuse it. At least, please excuse it for as long as I'm in school. I'm trying to balance everything, and I found a healthy way for me to balance and to just do it this way until I'm off probation, until I don't have to worry about school. So when I'm on my spring break, I plan on filming a lot of videos to kind of upload along this semester. So I hope you guys don't mind that, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope it kind of helped you guys, gave you guys some insight of what you never want to do. You don't want to be me. You don't want to be me, let me tell you. But, and for any advice to any of you guys out there that, are on any academic warning or probation for college, high school, whatever, it's really something not to take lightly. I wouldn't take it lightly. I would be very serious about it, but I wouldn't worry too much, because if something is pretty much out of your hands, you can't really do much about it. But to get a second chance, take advantage of that, especially if you're on an academic probation for a college and you're about to get kicked out of school or lost financial aid or whatever the case may be. Probation, definitely don't take it lightly, especially, and warning, don't even take it lightly either. Because I kind of let myself slide with that. This is kind of like, whoa, like I gotta get it together. But just my advice is just pace yourself. You'll get through it. Just do everything you have to do, and you'll be off, and you won't ever have to worry about it ever again. But one of the things that the lady did point out to me was that there is a chance that you could backtrack and you could go back to that point again, but I plan on never going back to that point. I don't see a desire to. You know, this is my life, and you know, college is your life. High school is your life, whether you want to admit it or not. It is. And you have to take responsibility for that. So if you can't, you know, be responsible enough for that, then I don't think you should be in school. As bad as that sounds, now there's going to be a debate in the bottom of this video about that. But to be honest, it's the truth. If you cannot comprehend and be as responsible about your classes and stuff, and you're like, oh, I want to get a good education, I want to be in school, blah, blah, but you fail your classes, you withdraw, you don't care, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, there's some cases where some people are like that. Not everyone, but there's some cases where some people are just like, I don't care, whatever, and they just slide on through, and then they get kicked out of college, and they wonder why. You really wonder why. So, just with these types of things, do not take it lightly. Just be very serious about it, but don't freak out about it. It's really hard to say, someone with anxiety, but I'm not freaking out about it really anymore. I'm just working on getting really good grades, so. And then I'll be off of this, and I don't have to worry about it anymore, yeah! Spring break present to just not be on probation anymore, and I'll just be like, yay! But yeah, so, like I said, I hope this video helped you guys in some way, and let me know below, you know, if any of you guys have any of these similar things at your school as well. It is a good thing, I will admit it. It is a good thing to keep, you know, track of students and regulate things, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, scares the crap out of you at the same time. And, yeah, so I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video. I'm tired now. I'm gonna eat the rest of my ice cream. Like I need it though, right? Period problems. But I love you guys. Bye.